What is going on, YouTube? We are back, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of fishing. We're going to mainly be targeting smallmouth, but every once in a while you get a muskie out of here, a decent one too. So one of my favorite spots, the largest smallmouth I've ever caught out of this spot. It's 22 inches long, so doesn't look like much, but there's some absolute slabs in here. So stay tuned, and hopefully we catch some fish. I will say one thing. This is by far one of my favorite spots. It's just so beautiful here. We are just right off a road, bridge above us there, but man, we are in western Wisconsin today, and it is just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Let's try ripping this Rapala out here a few more times. I lost this one. If it was a floater, I would say I didn't lose it, but that's unfortunate. Lures aren't cheap. I'm not going in after it. It's about 60 degrees out, so. I think she's a lost cause. Ooh, makes me sick. Away she goes. Away she goes. Looks like we're getting that Mr. Twister on after all. He's a little beat up, but I really like these. Don't know why, but I have every color. Them white Mr. Twisters right there are the ones. Caught some slabs on these. I'll have to check that worm here in a second. I threw that Mr. Twister in the same spot that Rapala stuck in. I know that for a fact I did. See if we can pop this one out though, it's a little bit smaller. I will say one thing. This is by far one of my favorite spots. It's just so beautiful here. We are just right off a road, bridge above us there, but man, we are in western Wisconsin today, and it is just beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. I think this time I'm gonna try something floating. So instead of the blue, we're going with the black, silver, and white. All right, so changing spots. Right when I was packing up, I had a heck of a hit. About pulled my pole into the water, but there ain't much happening here. I'm gonna move probably 60, 70 yards down. See if a little bit of a change up helps. I do know one thing. You know, I have a few fishing videos out, but I don't think I've ever caught a fish in them. I've had friends and buddies along with that have caught some fish in them, but I don't know. I used to do a lot of fishing. Probably 5-6 years ago. Used to go about every day. And then I just got busy with work. I own an asphalt maintenance company here in Wisconsin. And after I got busy with work, I just stopped going. And I think I fished maybe 10 times last year and like twice a year before that. But I like it. I enjoy it. It's just, you know, now I'm trying to focus a little bit more on actually enjoying things now that I'm a little bit more established on that side of things. And yeah, I can tell I'm rusty though, and it's not fun. So stay tuned. All right, so there's the bridge we're under. We are down, I don't know, 60 yards or so. And this is spot number 2. So it is extremely deep out in that middle there. Probably a good 10 foot deep, but yeah, this is it. Let's see if I can catch something. Suppose. Let's try throwing this black Rapala again. And hopefully it don't make me miss a bite on that thing, so. One of my favorite musky spots actually is right here. I have a few along this river. I do have a spot up the river here about a half mile. It's kind of tucked back in the woods a little bit off the road. Very good spot there. Very good smallmouth spot. And then quite a ways down here, probably 3/4 of a mile down from this spot, there's a few other sets of rapids. Very good for muskie and smallmouth. And then probably about 2 miles down, there's another spot as well that just, man, you can just, this river's just loaded with smallmouth. Lord, give me a fish. I'd like to catch at least one. Another thing too, I am a man of faith. So just a little side note, I do have a website, bbreakdown.com. It has all of our affiliate links and whatnot over there. But also, I do have a page specifically dedicated to my testimony. So we all go through pretty crazy walks of life, all go through different moments, different things. And part of my testimony is I was an alcoholic for a good stretch of time. I was drinking a bottle of liquor a day. And I'm about 1.5 years sober from that. It's one of the last things that I really had to kick, you know, and the Lord helped me with that. You know, people have it backwards. They always say, well, man, I can't go to church, or I can't do that, or I can't accept Christ because I need to get rid of this first. Well, that's backwards. You don't go to the doctor after you get better. You go while you're sick. So, you know, in that regards, like, when it comes to church, like, don't think you're not good enough, or, you know, like, oh, I can't go because of this. Like, when I first started going back to church here about 5 years ago, I was drinking, I was smoking, you know, I chewed 2 cans of snuff a day. You know, the smoking and chewing left pretty quick, but the drinking was a little bit of a struggle for me, and I finally got rid of it. But, you know, and another thing too, like, we always weigh ourselves, or not weigh ourselves, but people always look at us, you know, like, if you are struggling with that, right? And like, you got to look at what is a true visual of what Christianity is supposed to be, or what it's supposed to be Christ-like. If you go to a church and people are looking down on you instead of really coming around you and helping you, that is not an example of what Christ-like should be. You know, so like, if you've ever gone and had experiences like that, don't assume that it's God doing that, because you can't assume what man does is what God is doing. Because ultimately, as humans, we all fall short. We all fall short of the glory of God, and we make mistakes. And sometimes those mistakes are the opposite of what Christ-like is supposed to be. So don't get discouraged if you go and you're like, oh, well, these people are hypocrites. Like, we are human. We're not without sin. We are sinful. It's just what we do when we do sin that really makes the difference. Do we repent? And not everybody in church is necessarily Christ-like. I mean, some people just go to check the box on Sunday and say, yep, I went to church. And that's just the reality of it. So, if anybody watches this and they're kind of on that borderline, or they have church hurt or something like that, I heard something once that, if someone hurts you at work, right, you don't call it work hurt. Or like, if I'm out fishing and someone says something, you don't call it fishing hurt, right? But when someone hurts you at church, you call it church hurt. That doesn't make sense. And honestly, that's one of the biggest lies from Satan that you could probably listen to. It's the only spot where you call it church hurt instead of this person hurt me. And that just doesn't make sense to me. But yeah, I just encourage you, if you're struggling with some stuff, go check out my testimony again, bbreakdown.com. And honestly, reach out in the comments too. Like, I'll try to do my best to try to help you get plugged into a church wherever you are located. We are on Twitter as well, Range Ready Rundowns. So private message me on Twitter, X. And I'll do the best I can. I am just one guy. I do have faults, just to let all of you know. But I strive every single day to be as close to Christ-like as I can. And some days I do fall short, but I get back up. And every time I do fall short, I repent and get back after it, because that's what we're supposed to do as humans. And we're supposed to utilize our time correctly here, and not waste it. So it's enough of my rant. Hopefully that helps somebody. All right, just done quite a bit of casting with that Black Rapala. Maybe 20-30 casts. I guess nothing super crazy, but nothing hit it. So now I'm gonna swap back to the crawler on the bottom, somewhere out here, and let's catch one. All right, so we're here at spot number 3. Before I could get the GoPro and stuff set up, I just threw my line out. Literally as soon as it hit the bottom, something started hitting it. So I think this is gonna be the spot. It is gorgeous down here. Mainly cast right out in there, just let a crawler sink to the bottom. And I've never not caught a fish here. I've caught a fish every single time I've came here. So at least one. Now, sometimes you'll catch 20 or 30 here, which I know that sounds crazy. And they're all slab smallmouth too. So let me get a worm back on here. Got one, finally. Finally. Nothing crazy. Should be a little smally though. Boom. First fish of the day. Nothing crazy, but we got one. So if there's one, there's more. All right, let's get this Rapala out here. See if we can catch anything with it. This spot here is mainly smallmouth. Have caught a few smaller muskie here, but nothing crazy. They start to get small. There's too many rapids and there's not enough for them to really grow. So that last spot I was at was probably right about where they start getting actually pretty good size. And then everything above this set of rapids here that I'm at, stays relatively small. So there you have it. I mean, the day wasn't a total loss. I did catch a fish. So, spot 3 produced. It always does. Like I said, it always produces at least one. So maybe next time I'll do an entire video specifically on this spot. Kind of hit up in here a little bit. Up in here is real good. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.